You know, I almost completely forgot there was a new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Look, maybe because I had a live show last night here in New York City. Not last night, Friday night in New York City. So that might be why I'm a little off. But fine, I almost forgot. I almost forgot that there was a new episode. But we're here to recap it and talk about all of the things, including the millimeters showing up to Stormi's warehouse. Look, I understand truly that not all millimeters are the same. Okay, the same way that not all Barbs are the same. Some of you are big Barbs fans or Team Twirl. Some of you say I am Team Twirl. I love me some Kenya Moore, but if she did what they said that she did, that was terrible. Look, rational people. So I'm not going to blame all of the millimeters for what one particular person did. Now I need a play-by-play. Stormi, you would have made this episode a little bit more interesting if you really told us what played out, but then at the end of this episode we find out probably why you don't get into the details, because there's a legal situation involved. All right, we'll get there. Let's talk about the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. As always, be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe. It is a subscribers only live chat, and don't forget to let us know what your rating for this week's episode would be from 1 to 10. All right, let's go.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe, and don't forget you can take us on the go by downloading the Kempire podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get podcasts. But if you can go over to Apple and Spotify and give us a 5-star rating, it matters. It matters. And shout out to all of you that I met here in New York City on Friday night. You guys told me that you listened to the podcast, or you tell me how much you love the content. That never gets old for me. That never gets old for me. I love seeing each and every one of you. Shout out to those of you that got the live stream link. Apologies to those of you that wanted to see the live stream, but you didn't purchase it before the actual date. Unfortunately, it's not available anymore. However, if you did buy the live stream link beforehand, I think it still might be available. Foxy or one of you guys will let me know in the live chat if that's true, if you try and go and watch it again, or maybe they only allow you to watch it once. I don't know, but I love the fact that we had that. We're trying to see if we can get that for other dates that we have coming up, but right now, that was the only one. I told you guys. You didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to me, and I warned you. I warned you. Just saying. So you got your warning. Sorry. But if you're going to be in Boston this week, or will be in Boston, or want to go to Boston, maybe you're not far from Boston. If you're in New York, you can easily take a train ride up. Just saying. Just in case you want to have like a nice long weekend, maybe, you know, away from the city. I'm just saying, make plans. I'm going to be there. Tickets are still available for our Boston show at City Winery. Then in July, I will be in Nashville on July 11th, then Atlanta on July 12th, and then Seattle. I'll see you in August. I'm going to have a nice little break in between, just so you know that Seattle show is going to be lit, because I'm like, damn, I haven't been around my peoples in such a long time. All the shows are going to be lit. I never know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do. All right. Anyways, this live show is sponsored by our friends over at BetterHelp. I can't tell you how important mental health is for our community. The amount of times that I've met you guys and you tell me how my content, who I am, what I've done with this platforms that we have has changed your life or has helped you get through something or has gotten you out of the house, that never gets old to me. And that to me is so special. But one of the important things that we always talk about here on the channel is how important therapy is. And I'm so excited that we're able and have been able to partner with BetterHelp before and now again. All right. They make it easy. I've tried it. I'm still trying it because I already knew. I remember telling my doctor last year or the year before, I was like, I need to make sure that we start figuring out my mental health stuff. I wasn't even going through anything, but I was trying to be proactive. And this partnership with BetterHelp came at a perfect time. I loved how easy it was. I love that it's online. I love that we could do it from anywhere. When I'm traveling, you could text with your therapist, all of that. And if it doesn't work out with your therapist, you can switch at any time at no additional cost. All right. So if you've been thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Like I said, it's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And as I mentioned before, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional cost. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Kempire today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Kempire. More information on BetterHelp will be available in the description. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's live recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is perfect because this first conversation between Melody and Marsau. So we ended with Melody, and I'm wearing Melody's lip primer today. I saw her on TikTok and I already know the Martella meter's gonna be like, oh, he's bought and paid. I paid for this myself. It just happened that Melody's a smart marketing person, and she sent other products. She sent me the facial because I love skincare, and so many of you that met me in person, they're like, oh my God, you have amazing skin. Thank you. So I try different products. I'm not always sticking with the same product either because sometimes you might find a better product for your skin. So just because my skincare works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But look, I'm putting the lip on. So I saw her on TikTok. Okay. I swipe through lives all the time. I just like, I'm seeing what, sometimes I discover new artists, someone's funny. And I never saw her on TikTok. And I was like, oh, so I stuck around. I was just watching, but I saw she had, she was selling something. So I was like, oh, lip primer. And then she was talking about how her bodyguard, I knew she had the beauty line, but I didn't know she had stuff for men. And 7th Avenue Beauty. So she was selling the lip primer and she talked about how her bodyguard likes using it. I was like, wait, because I don't want to assume her bodyguard could be a woman. But I commented and I said, men can wear this too? And she was surprised because I guess she saw my name and she was like, Kempire. She was very lovely. I will give it to Melody because Melody, I'm sure, has seen my content, and I have never always been like Team Melody or whatever it may be. I think she knows that, and I can appreciate. She's a Scorpio, and I can appreciate reality TV stars that get it. I told you that about Drew Sidora. I've said that about Caroline Brooks from Real Housewives of Dubai. I can give it to them and they understand and they laugh along with it. I mean, I have to say in the last couple of seasons though, I haven't really had a lot of negative things to say about Melody besides maybe like the wigs or something. Like sometimes the wigs aren't wigging. But look, I'm doing it again. The millimeters don't like me, which is fine. I don't know. I'm assuming every once in a while a millimeter will like, the Melody. Oh yeah, someone in the comment section. Oh, yeah, I remember it was on Instagram. Someone in the comment section was like, oh, you're only, because I said something in relationship to her getting the honorary doctorate. I forgot what I said. It was probably like, congratulations. And the millimeters, oh, you're just saying that because Melody follows you. And I was like, first of all, at that particular point, I didn't even know that Melody followed me on Instagram because I don't check my followers like that. I'm not like I go there because checking your followers includes checking comments and things like that. For my own mental health, I don't. Yes, I see certain comments, and when I initially put videos out, I will comment and be a part of the conversation. But that's where I leave it because that's when it starts getting to another side, depending on how you feel about something. So I didn't even know that. So I know some of the millimeters are like, but she was when she saw me in the chat, she was like, you guys should go follow him. He has great content on multiple. I was like, oh, that's very nice. You didn't have to do that. Because I know she's probably seen all of what because I've recapped Love and Marriage Huntsville for a while. But being a smart businesswoman, I ordered this myself. I paid my own good money. But Melody sent me a bunch of other stuff. Wait, hold on. Melody, this is not advertising, but see, she's smart. Because the fact that she sent the stuff, she didn't tell me I had to share this, but I support black business. So I keep forgetting because I keep this in the studio and I need to keep this in the bathroom so I can try the hydrating facial cleanser. It's probably better than the CeraVe that I use. Okay, I'm giving you part of my skincare routine. So I'm going to try this one. She also sent me some announcements that are coming out in regards to her beauty line because I really did forget that she had a beauty line. So this reminded me. And then she sent me some lip scrub. I love that because people forget to, I scrub everywhere else. I'm just saying. Look, including my feet. So, look, I saw a video. Like, oh, damn. I know some of you came here for the Love and Marriage Huntsville recap, but I think this is better conversation. So I saw a video, of the other complexion. And they asked the lady, how often do you wash your sheets? So I thought she was probably going to say, every 2 weeks, because I already knew that this video was going to go left. I was not prepared for this woman's answer. I think she said once or twice a year. Her sheets, y'all. Her sheets. The ones that she lays her body on. The one where, I don't know if you guys know this. Y'all know this because the people that are watching this, y'all know this. That you have dead follicles that fall off while you sleep from everywhere. So you are sleep. You got a boyfriend? Oh, he's probably just as nasty as you. I was not prepared for that woman's answer. Yes, she was of the yes. Because you remember during the pandemic, they were talking about how, people of a certain complexion don't wash their feet. When they go in the shower, they said all the soap goes down there and cleans it forth. They said, y'all don't scrub the feet at all. I feel bad for the people that do your pedicures. Ew. So speaking of scrubbing everywhere, people forget to exfoliate. I exfoliate, my face and my body. But I think a lot of people forget to exfoliate their lips. They do. So I appreciate Melody sending me 2 different ones. I'm going to try these. I've been meaning to try. I've been busy. All right. But I'm going to try those. I've been using the lip primer though. I've been using the lip primer and the moisturizer. She sent me the moisturizer. So you could tell I'm using the moisturizer because the moisturizer is not. Oops. The moisturizer is in my bathroom. I love the way it smells. I actually have it on right now. I don't know if it's making me look extra moisturized. But here, I say all that to say Melody's smart because she didn't tell me I had to talk about her product, but she took a chance by sending me the thing that I ordered. And she sent me another one of these, another one of the lip primers. Okay. She took a chance. She's like, well, maybe he'll talk about it. And I have. I talked about it on TikTok. I talked about it on Instagram because you know what? I'm thinking with the business brain, but also I like what I've tried so far. So I was like, why not? Why not help somebody with their beauty brand? It doesn't hurt. Anyways, some of y'all just hating from outside the club. Watch, now we're going to say, oh, he's never going to say something bad about Melody. If Melody says something that I don't like, I'm going to say it. If Melody wears a wig I don't like, I'm going to say it. Well, speaking of wig I don't like, this conversation, I think this is her fighting wig. You know how Wendy Williams used to always have, she had her gym wig, her shopping wig. I think this was Melody's fighting wig because, last week's episode ended with Melody and Marsau having an argument. He released a statement to the press saying, free Martell for show. Or for show, free Martell. So she was like, I wish you guys would give me the same respect that I give you and not say anything. And she said that she was upset the fact that both Tisha and Marsau, see, this is where Marsau was talking about. She was upset that they didn't reach out to her. They didn't reach out to her after, checking on her based off the accusations. And then Marsau's like, well, the text messages were from like 2 years ago. No, they weren't. Okay, well, now at this point, it was like 2 years ago. But at that point, no. Melody then says, because Marsau says you need to control your fan base. You have an army of zombies. Oh, I know they are getting Martell, not Martell. Damn, I keep mixing them up. Marsau this week. I know y'all getting them. I know the millimeters are getting him together. He called them an army of zombies. And it says that Melody enables them. But I told you, if Beyonce can't control the Beehive, Melody cannot control. First of all, the Beehive are probably quite young. The people that are millimeters are women. Okay, they're not children. But like I said before, with any fan base, there's always going to be like one or two, maybe more, that are, that cross the line. What does Melody want? What do they want Melody to do? Denounce it? Guys, leave my castmates alone. Okay, she could say that, and then what? That's not going to stop these millimeters from talking on social media, from showing up at warehouses. I'm sure Melody's not telling them to do that. Show me a video, and I'm open to it. If you show me a video where Melody is telling the millimeters, even if it's in a slick, underhanded way, I want to see it because I haven't personally seen it. But maybe there is. Maybe she's like, well, why don't y'all go on over there? Maybe. But Melody's not dumb either. Like, I don't think she's going to say it. She might be slick with it. But, See, I don't activate the Kempire folks, the Kempire cousins, the Kempire community. Y'all just defend me when people are, I don't even know they're attacking me. You guys defend me. I appreciate it, though. But I'm not, look. But I always put out a disclaimer. Look, we don't moderate adults. That's not our community. We're not attacking people. We're not showing up at people's warehouses and things like that and confronting people. That's a little deranged. Not a little deranged, but okay. Not that I'm showing up to Stormi's. Stormi, I'm gonna show up to your warehouse and I'm gonna wait for you to come outside. I'm like this. What's up? I think Stormi, if I did that, you and I would both crack up. Right? Look, right? Or maybe not. Maybe like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm like, what's up? Put that on a t-shirt, Stormi. What is going on? And you need to come out with a product called What's Up for the beauty line. Just saying. Anyways. So this conversation, very entertaining though. This is what I will give Love and Marriage Huntsville producers. This is what you need to do at the top of the episode. We don't need scenes with Tisha at the top of the episodes. If you want to keep us engaged from the beginning, you start off with a Melody and Marsau, okay? And a conversation between them. All right, so Melody says that you want me to control the millimeters, but you can't even control Wanda. Because Wanda's on social media, apparently. I would never watch anything from Wanda. I'm about to call her Wanda Sykes. I could not. No, I would not be sitting on social media watching anything from Wanda. Because, do you guys miss her on the show? I feel like they have intentionally not included her to be on the show anymore. I did happen to swipe through a recent TikTok live where Melody was on with her brother, and he retold the story of how they ran into Wanda. And they didn't run into Wanda. I forgot where they were. I can't remember all the details. But Wanda came up to Melody and she was like, I'm so sorry for telling you that you should get back with Martell. I apologize. So she was very apologetic. Okay, Wanda. That's the thing with Wanda. She'll apologize and then all of a sudden do something similar or worse again. So the apology is not authentic. Marsau says that Melody runs from the truth because she ends up leaving this conversation. Did you guys see how hard it was for Marsau? He didn't want to look at Melody as she walked away. People have always said that he has a little crush on Melody, so I was paying attention. He was trying hard not to look hard. Marsau also said he thinks that Melody likes what her fans do. I mean, in a way, because she's a Scorpio, in a way, I think, I don't know about I don't know everything that the millimeters do, but in a way, I'm sure she's probably like, especially if she doesn't like you or if you guys have done something to her, I'm sure, I think that's anyone. If you did something to me and I don't like you or if we're not cool, if someone has got you shook, I'm like, I mean, like, I'm not approving it. I'm not telling them to do it, but I might giggle at it. I might find it funny, depending on what it is. You know, some of the stuff goes too far. All right. Moving on. Speaking of going too far, Stormi and Destiny sit down, and I said, this isn't production. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Look, I like Stormi, okay? However, the way that you guys have sort of forced her as a producer this season, always navigating conversations between everyone, it has fell flat for me. It's felt inauthentic for me. But I had to remind myself because, you know, I just said, what's up? And I was like, this was the reason why. It was the fight between Destiny and Stormi. So Stormi saying, you know, Destiny's my girl. They were cool. Because remember when we first saw Stormi, it was her. She was allowing Destiny to host this event at her estate. So they were cool until Stormi was friends with Melody. So a lot of people suspected that that's what caused the rift. And now that Stormi is in a decent place, because we see in this scene that what we didn't see at the podcast that they did, Stormi did go backstage and have a conversation with Melody, and they hugged and kissed, and she's like, you look really great. I was like, oh, okay. And I hope that they stay on the up and up. I do. I really don't want to see that relationship fall apart, to be honest with you. So Stormi says that she's going to be moving to a new warehouse and hopefully not have to move again. She's moving to like a 30,000 square foot warehouse. Again, congratulations to Stormi on that big achievement she had on TikTok a couple of weeks ago. So apparently this is where Stormi reveals that a millimeter showed up to her warehouse, and she says, you know, she's a little triggered about going to this old warehouse because of what happened. She said the woman walked up on her. All right. And this is where they flash back to, you know, everything's good between Stormi and Melody, but she did tell Melody that she invited Martell to be a model at her Lovers and Friends thing. We're not going to even go through this anymore. But Stormi asks, like, how are you and Melody now? And Destiny's is like, yeah, we're not anything. And she even referred to her as Corella DeVille. She also tells Destiny that she invited both Melody and Martell. And Destiny's just like, why would you invite them at all? And she's like, I wanted to invite everyone. I wanted to invite the entire group. Okay. She even invited Sunni and Moses. That to me was the weirdest part. Sunni and Moses. Again, this is Stormi being a producer this season. She's being a producer. So clearly, this is why she's inviting Sunni and Moses, because she doesn't know Sunni and Moses like that. They're not friends like that. So she's saying that she invited them, again, because she's producing this season. Then Destiny and Stormi talk about her conversation with Moses. And apparently she did notice that Moses showed up to this lunch with her without his ring. She did. I guess women know. And she paid attention to that. And she talked about the conversation. She talked about their relationship and the overlap and the things with Sunni. We're going to revisit that. So there's no need to rehash it here with producer of the moment, associate producer Stormi Steele. But she talks about that she had this conversation with Moses. All right. Marsau and Tisha meet up. So we get to meet their chief of staff, MJ. Let me take a sip of water because, you know, I'm talking a lot. Don't forget, guys, you can get something from Coldest as well. Head on over to the description. Use the discount code Kempire10. Look, shout out to NYCMP who came to my show again on Friday. She came to the first one, too, in January. She came to this one, and she brought her Coldest water bottle, and she had me sign it. I was like, I'll sign it. More information on Coldest will be available in the description. All right. Back to this. So Marsau and Tisha meet up. He's meeting with their new chief of staff. Okay, they're booked and busy with the expo at the event. Okay. So Marsau discusses his conversation with Melody, and he says that, you know, she talks about the millimeters, and Tisha says that she says no one. They talk about how Marsau says that Melody was upset that no one reached out to her after the whole Martell getting arrested situation. And Tisha said, well, no one's going to call Melody if she isn't responding to text messages. Didn't you just admit a couple episodes ago that you haven't reached out to Melody despite Melody reaching out to you? See, this is why when people say, like, how could you defend Melody? Because I'm basing this off what we are watching on the show. Literally just a few episodes ago, you were talking about how you could do better at reaching out and connecting with Melody because Melody was doing better in that regard. So she's singing a different tune, speaking to Marsau. So she's saying that's why she didn't reach out to Melody. All right. So he mentions what she said about Wanda, about them not being able to control Wanda. And they said that they have discussed Wanda about the things that she does on social media. They're not going to stop it. You think Tisha can't stop Marsau from being problematic and a mess? You think she's going to be able to stop that mom? No, that's not going to happen. So she said Tisha claims that Melody doesn't even try to calm down her fans. I think it's a slippery slope in regards to blaming public figures for what their fans do. However, I don't know with Melody because I don't see all of her content like that in her lives and things like that. For those of you that do watch, you can weigh in and say, does she do that? There are certain celebrities, I'm not going to name them because then they'll sick their, things on us. I don't care. But you know what I'm saying? There are certain celebrities that incite their fans. There are. Again, I can't say because I don't really watch any of the other stuff outside of Love and Marriage Huntsville. That is just too much to take. Okay. So maybe she is doing this stuff on social media. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I've seen a couple of TikTok lives recently, but I don't see her inciting her fans to do anything. But I'm not going to deny it. There have been some celebrities, you fill in the blank, that have done that. That have subliminally, not even subliminally, some of them are very like you're inciting your fans to do stuff. Okay? And some of these folks, they don't have to do anything. And this is where I talk about inciting. If they go public with the issues that they're having with a particular person, they know how their fans are going to react. And maybe that's what people are saying about Melody. Again, I don't know. I don't, again, follow the content like that. So, but Tisha claims, and I do believe that they come for Tisha. They were coming for Tisha before there were ever any millimeters. So I do believe that there are fans harassing them. And I just want to point out, although I'm saying that Melody might not be inciting the fans, that is not condoning what the fans might be saying and doing. Showing up to someone's warehouse, bullying someone online, leaving negative comments in their comment section should be null and void. It is prohibited. It's prohibited here. But at the same time, I don't think that stops people from having an opinion. If you have your own platform, if you're on your own Twitter, that's different. If they're going to search out their comments like Caroline Brooks from Real Housewives of Dubai, if you're searching out for the comments, that's different. However, if you're in their comment section, if you're atting them, if you're showing up at their warehouse, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And honestly, and I get it, everyone reacts to things differently. Stormi, what you should have done was call the police. But maybe you did. But it sounds like by the end of this episode that you got into an argument with this person, one of these millimeters. So Tisha claims that Melody tells her fans to activate. I'm sure she don't have to tell them to activate tonight after they come from after the episode aired to get to you. Just saying. Not to say that they should, but I'm just saying. I'm sure she doesn't have to say anything now. All right, let's talk about this Lovers and Friends gala. What did you guys think of it? What did it look like to you? It looked okay. I mean, it was bright. It had a lot of... That's the thing about Christmas. It doesn't take a lot to make your home look really festive or an event to look really festive if you string some lights. You don't have to do much of anything. But when Sunni later said that the sandwich was terrible, I don't know if she was just being hateful, but I have to say, when I looked at the food, I was like... But again, just because it doesn't look great doesn't mean it doesn't taste great. Sometimes the worst looking food tastes the best. But I looked at the food and I was like, Look, as the Jamaicans say, I skinned up my face and looked. I was like, I did a Stormi. What's up to that sandwich? All right. Let me pay attention. Let me pay attention to the order of how everything went. So Stormi walks Tisha and Ken through what they're going to be doing. I cringed because it felt like Stormi, that you were making Tisha do something that she wasn't comfortable with. And I know she eventually did it, and she's an adult, and she decided to do it. and she was doing it with her boyfriend, but it just felt weird that you made her do something that she wasn't comfortable doing. You didn't make her, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the minute that she was continued to seem very uncomfortable, I was like, you know what? Let me not do this to you. Let me not do this to you. And yes, Trish has a great body. Her boyfriend has a great body, but it just felt like you were forcing her. Anyways, so Sunni talks to Stormi about being a little nervous at this event, and Stormi's like, "Why are you nervous?" Okay. So this is where Stormi and Nell have a conversation. Moses and Chris have their own conversation. But this is Nell, again, another producer this season, trying to get all the information. And this is where Sunni reveals that she connected with Moses a year after she left working on the show. She says that Moses was dating other women when she met him. We've heard this countless times. Yes, we know. He was dating other women, including Destiny. Okay. Sunni says that she met Moses during a birthday gathering for Destiny a while back. So Nell was like, oh. But of course, Sunni downplays what that was. I know a lot of people do not like Destiny, but I have to say, Destiny's explanation of how things went down, I don't think her and Sunni were besties. I definitely think that they were friends. Maybe not deep friends, but maybe associates. Maybe friends. You just never know how people view you. I know some of you say that I'm your friend in your head and we've never met. So that's look, I mean, it's not the same, but you get what I'm saying? Like, everyone has a different, I'm sure there are people in my life that think that we're best friends, and I don't think that.
Lies! The lie!
Don't ask me. Don't text me. Leave me alone. Anyways. So she reveals how she met Moses. So she met Moses when Destiny was still dating him at her birthday situation. We learn a little bit more about that later when Destiny has a conversation and gets emotional talking to Nell about Moses doing this, and she felt like Moses only did this to get back at her by getting with Sunni. So Sunni asks Stormi when she sees Destiny arrive, I'd like to have a conversation with her. So Stormi, being the producer, brings them to a nice side room to have a conversation. All right. And she's sitting outside the door of that conversation, listening, I'm sure. They should have had a camera out there to see Stormi's ear up against the door. So Sunni says she didn't like that the Destiny went on a podcast instead of having a combo with her. Apparently, Sunni sent a text to Destiny to tell her about her relationship with Moses 2 days before they got married. Anyone else notice how Sunni takes digs at Moses? Remember we said this before when she met up with him after his conversation with Destiny, and she was really like talking down to him. I don't think the elevator goes all the way up to the top for Moses. Anyways, because after she has this conversation with, I don't want to forget any of the parts, but we'll rewind back. She said after she has this conversation with with Destiny, she comes to Moses and he's like, how did it go? And she tells him how it went. And then she says, you dropped the ball, but I picked it up and scored. Anyone notice that was a dig? That was a dig at him. She's like, you dropped the ball, but I picked it up and I scored. So back to this conversation, because now they're going back and forth in regards to the timeline. Were they really friends? Who was he dating? You were dating him when he was married? Destiny. She says, no, he wasn't. She said he got married and then he was in jail. Didn't know that. He was in jail and I guess he got a divorce while he was in jail. I don't know how that works. Anyways, but so she's saying that she was never the other woman. However, Sunni, you kind of threw yourself under the bus. Because, when you talk about how I got with him in July or August, Destiny says I was still with him. And Sunni's like, no, he had another girlfriend. So Destiny's like, so you were the side chick? If you were talking about he had another girlfriend? So I had to rewind their conversation multiple times because they were just throwing all kinds of stuff that were out there. Look, Sunni, you being on the show and all of your explanations don't necessarily make you look the best. I know a lot of people do not like Destiny. However, I have to say, Destiny is who Destiny is. When she discusses a situation, she knows exactly what she's doing. And yes, she is still a public figure, even when she's not on the show, Sunni. And so she said, because I'm a public figure, this thing is happening publicly. I'm going to speak on this publicly. And that's why she did the podcast. All right. So they go back and forth, and I'm just looking like it's tennis, like back and forth, back and forth. But Sunni, again, you do not make yourself look great. He had multiple women that he was speaking to, and I guess you are the special one that he's not going to cheat on. Destiny was just like, yeah, all of his ex-girlfriends or the other women that he's sleeping with in St. Louis are telling me that he still hooks up with them. What do you guys believe? I don't know why anyone would want him. Destiny says that, even in this episode, he wanted me to court him like he was my girlfriend. I mean, based off their conversation, that conversation that Moses and Destiny had, it gave me that feeling like he wanted her to do more than he was even willing to do, because there was no conversation about him coming to Huntsville. It was more so she was coming to St. Louis. Anyways, so Sunni goes back outside and she makes fun of the sandwich not tasting good, and she's like, I'm ready to leave. And this is right after she takes a dig at him, and it goes right over his head. I guess, for Sunni, I think Sunni was in a place of like, I want to get married. This man is good looking. He's choosing me. It's giving pick me. It's giving sad Sunni, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of people, and I've said this multiple times already in this episode recap, that people don't like Destiny, but you made people like Destiny because you're so unlikable and you're such a pick me and you're such a like, oh, he chose me. He chose to marry you. However, I do believe, Destiny, that he has other women that he's speaking to. Destiny later says, I think this was in her conversation with Nell, that apparently she has friends in St. Louis that are revealing that they're not surprised that Sunni's doing this, that she took someone's man because apparently she did this in high school. Not the high school drama. Apparently, Sunni did this in high school, y'all. So she's got a pattern. Okay? She's got a pattern. So Sunni and Moses end up leaving the party early. Sunni only came to this event because this was a produced event. They wanted to have a confrontation between Sunni and Destiny. So that's the only reason why she showed up. So she was like, you know what? We can leave now. We did our scene. There's no reason for us to stay. We don't know anyone here. We don't like anyone here. Goodbye. Then we get Martell arriving, and he, of course, is having a conversation with Destiny. Destiny wants Martell to be her bodyguard. Martell is just problematic. He's just like, he's ready to incite whatever fight he can incite. Okay, so he's in there. He decided he's not going to do the modeling thing. His body wasn't ready for it. All right, but he could see that Ken. He said he apparently knows Ken now, and Trisha. He sees them. So we then get the moment where Trisha and Ken go up to do the whole, pour the oil on her. So she's talking about how nervous she was. Let me tell you something. I know I gave Trisha the Sealy analogy or comparison. Why, when I was watching this, because she looks so uncomfortable, and as he's pouring and loving on her, she's so uncomfortable. I want you to go back and watch that scene and play Suge Avery. Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister, you're too of a kind. I don't know nothing. Do 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 do. I'm just saying, go back and watch that scene, because she looked so awkward. She looked like I was just waiting for him to kiss her on the nose or something. I was like, that's what the vibe I was getting from that scene. That's the energy that I get from Trisha. And Trisha, I don't mean no offense, but that's the energy that I get. That every time I watch these scenes with you, you're so awkward. It reminds me of that. So part of me is sort of like, I'm watching the scene and I said, I have to tell you guys what I'm really thinking. I cannot, censor myself. This is my review. Okay, my opinion. So it's going to be biased for those that are just so biased. It's an opinion review. Fool. Look. Oh, I forgot. This is not Kempire After Dark. All right, see you, Boston, June 27th. See you June 27th. Don't forget the Kempire After Dark live tour is coming to Boston next week. This week, actually. This week, June 27th. Tickets are available in the description, along with tickets for our July 11th show in Nashville, then our July 12th show in Atlanta, and then we're coming to Seattle August 30th. And more information on our Juneteenth merch. As you can see, I'm wearing my Juneteenth merch for those that are watching on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter. And if you're listening to this, more information on the House of Kempire will be available in the description, along with our BetterHelp sponsor today and my coldest water bottle link. All right. So Nell and Destiny go outside to have a conversation about Sunni. So Nell, had a conversation with Sunni. So she's comparing notes. She's just like, I wish I had spoken to you first, because Destiny says the way that she introduced Sunni to Moses, it was at her birthday gathering. It was an intimate gathering, apparently, and not some sort of big thing. So Nell is sort of like, what? Is that what happened? And that's when we find out that Sunni's friend in St. Louis says that she did this to her sister when she was in high school, meaning that I guess she stole someone's man. And again, Destiny gets really emotional and says that, I don't know if you guys believed this moment. I believe, Destiny, that she did get emotional. This is a 15-year friendship, relationship. She gets emotional because she believes that Moses only chose Sunni to get back at her. And if you saw the preview, you saw that what was it that happened in the preview with Destiny? Oh, Destiny says that she could get Moses back now if she wanted to. Do you believe that? I mean, honestly, Sunni and Destiny they don't look like exactly alike, but they kind of, like, if you squint your eyes, tilt your head, tilt it forward, blink twice, they kind of favor each other. I can see he's got a type. So she gets emotional talking to Nell about the situation, and she even surprises herself with how emotional that she's gotten in regards to this, because she says, he didn't even reach out to me in regards to this. He didn't break up with me. He admitted that. I don't know if this was a real relationship. I don't know what their relationship was. Clearly, this relationship was not a solid one. It wasn't one where they were seeing each other consistently. It wasn't one where they were like, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but it's even weirder with the Sunni part of it. And Sunni, girl, just because you married him, because she even said something during the party. She's like, I know where he is all the time. Girl, see, this is where I'm like, oh, Sunni, you really think that he could never cheat on you? Because that is the first sign where he's with me all the time. No, he's not. Look, no, he's not. Anyways, this last scene, I don't know how Courtney comes up in there so casually. It's like, oh, the police came to the warehouse and they were looking for you. These pre-produced scenes are so weird, especially with Stormi. I'm just like, clearly they wanted to have a scene to make known that she has warrants out. Because at first I'm like, what is going on here? Why is Courtney acting like this? So she gets a text message in regards to the 2 warrants out for her. One is for harassing communications and disorderly conduct. Harassing communications, did the woman send you DMs? I guess we'll get further clarification maybe later, or maybe in an interview she'll do that. Because we remember the last harassing communication had to do with Martell texting Melody. So were you communicating with her via DMs? Is that what's happening? This woman filed charges against you and she came to your place of business? That's what lost me. I was like, what? And disorderly conduct? I need more details. And do you guys know who the millimeter is? Clearly, look, if you're showing up at her warehouse, you already lost me. Like, I can't even defend you. So if Stormi lost it on you, that's like if you showed up to my house. I would lose my mind too. If someone just showed up to my house, like, and saying, I don't like what you said about whoever. You know what I mean? I'd be like, first of all, I'm not arguing with you because now I think you're unhinged showing up at my house. And look. And now I'm calling the police. But that's who I am. Stormi is what's up. What you want to do? I'm just saying. This was a better episode. I would probably give this episode an 8. This was a better, maybe 8's too much, but I was thinking 7.5, but 7.5, 8. 7 to 10 in that range. How would you rate this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, guys? Did you like this video? And when I say like this video, did you actually put a like on it? Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe to the Kempire podcast? Have you given us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify? Have you gotten tickets for the Kempire After Dark live show coming to your new city? Or maybe you want to come to a city. Come to the Atlanta show. That's a great centralized place. Or Nashville. Or Boston, depending on where you're at. If you're in Toronto, that'd be a good spot to come, right? How long is that flight? Guys, as always, I appreciate those of you that have come out to the show. Some of you have come out to multiple shows. I appreciate your love and support. I do not take that lightly at all. This Friday's show, I'm going to talk probably more about it in a separate, actual, exclusive podcast episode. So stay tuned for that. This is another reason why to subscribe to the podcast, because I got some tea to spill. And I need to rewatch what happened during the show, because there was Summer House Martha's Vineyards, folks. They spilled some tea. We had Jason in the building. I was so happy that Jason was there. I got tea to spill on that situation. Oh my God. You had to be there. Anyways, shout out to our King's Guards, always holding us down. I hope you guys, the King's Guards, my King's Guards always hold me down. They even got tickets to watch the live stream. So shout out to them. And of course, thank you to our channel members, to our subscribers, and those of you that watch in the bushes. It's fine. I know there are tons of people. I haven't looked at the analytics recently that aren't subscribed but watch tons of the content. Please understand, because you're not subscribed and you don't have your notification on, you're missing out on live shows. You're missing out on not live shows, but yeah, live shows here on YouTube and Facebook. You're missing out on just like community posts that I'm posting. You're missing out on when I'm announcing giveaways. So if you don't want to miss out on anything, make sure you subscribe. Just saying. I mean, regardless, subscribers are great, but let me just tell you the business of YouTube. That's not what gets us paid. What gets us paid is you watching. So I appreciate you watching, but I also hear a lot from some of you guys when I meet it. Like, I'm missing out. I didn't see this, or I missed out on that. I didn't know you talked about this. And I'm like, are you subscribed? Are you sure that you're still subscribed? Because that's also a thing on YouTube. Sometimes they unsubscribe you. Sometimes the notifications aren't working, so you got to turn them off and turn them back on. I'm just giving you an update on how all of that works. But I will give it to Love and Marriage Huntsville this week. It was a great episode. Again, thank you to Melody, Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers, for my my lip primer. I paid for this, though. Hold on. Well, thank you for the additional gifts, though. I appreciate that. All right. Maybe I should put it like maybe I get you guys a discount code. I'm going to ask. I'm going to get you a discount code. Why not? All right. Let's all get a little discount. Or just go, look, I don't need to get you a discount code. Go support that black business. Pay full price. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you all in the next video recap. We posted like 2 new videos on Saturday. Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Potomac related. So go check that out. Even a special podcast episode as well with additional information. So go check out all the content. I know I keep you guys busy. I need to go rest up because I have a few shows in the next few weeks. So I need to make sure that I'm in tip-top shape. So I'm going to work on that. I hope you work on your health and your mental health. Shout out again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's live video. Go check it out. If you've been waiting to get your mental health right, as I said to you before, I was proactive. Some of you are in the middle of a situation and you might need some help. Go today and check out BetterHelp and get your discount right now. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you all in the next one. Let me just make sure. Did I? Yeah, I did tell you guys. You get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. All right. Just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. I'm going to get out of here with some music. What do I want to play? Oh, I haven't played this one. We're talking about your best life. Live your best life, y'all. This is Brasco's Best Life.
You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no. I just want you. Something you and me, oh. We both got my best life, yeah. We both got my best life, yeah. We both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. We both got my best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing on her. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. We both got my best life, yeah. We both got my best life, yeah. We both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. We both got my best life, yeah. We both got my best life, yeah. We both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. We both got my best life.